Okay, so I'm 81 feet into the sewer system. I'm at the city connection. So we're going to pull the camera back through the private sector of the property, and we're going to take a look at the condition of the pipe, make sure we have no root intrusions, backups, anything like that. So as we pull back, we bounce right in. That's the transition, so now we are in the private side. So what we have is CPVC pipe. It's like PVC, but it's for waste pipe, so they call it CPVC. It's typically like ABS plastic pipe, but it's just, the difference is it's white, and it's made of a different polyethylene. So,
Is it 4-inch?
4 inches. Every house will be 4-inch sewer line main coming out. Your branch lines will be 2-inch, like from your kitchen sinks, your bathroom sinks. Your toilets will be 3 inches usually in houses. Sometimes they're 4. But your main sewer line has to be 4 inches. And so far, I see a clear sewer, wide open, which is great. And then right about now, we'll be going through the front yard and passing those trees and then bushes. So for the next 25 feet, we want to make sure that there are no root intrusions that would be growing from those bushes or trees or anything whatsoever. Yeah, that's just wear and tear on the pipe. You'll see a lot of buildup, like some of that's even like moss or algae. See how that just kind of builds up? It is a sewer system, so it's normal for it to sit. Yeah, that's just all sewer buildup. You can see sometimes the lines, when they have like everything maybe going in the house, the water can get at a higher level and it'll flow out, so you can see kind of like where the water line is, that it's gotten that high. Or sometimes the water, it's kind of like when you're at a water park, and the water kind of goes side to side. That's what it does in a sewer line. So it'll kind of leave its marks. But perfectly normal. And I'm guessing this is the original sewer pipe from the house. The house isn't that old, and to have CPVC in it, I'm guessing it's within 20 years or so. I'm guessing.
It's 20.
Is it 20?
21.
21, yeah. So that's when they were using CPVC as well. But we did run an abundance of water. I was flushing toilets. I ran the kitchen sink. Everything drained right. You'll see the blue. That's the glue.
And are those roots coming in?
And we're looking, well, we're going to find out right now. Those appear to be minor roots. So right there at 56 feet, we have minor root intrusions. And that is in the front yard, right near the bushes. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pause the recording.
Thank you.
So we do have minor root intrusions at the bush, right near the front yard, by the front door. If you're facing the front door, you look to the right, and it's right before you go into the house, about a foot. And very minor root intrusions. Definitely from a bush, not from a tree. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, the water's flowing. That's actually just your bad water valve. I was wondering what that was. We have a flapper in there.
Yeah.
So if the sewer comes back from the street,
It
it stops it.
Right.
Yeah, so that was just your bad water valve.
Okay, that's good.
Absolutely. I'm like, what is that thing?
Yeah, well, it's working.
And it's working, absolutely. Yeah, half the time of year I get caught on those things. But that's why they make them rubber, so
Yeah.
when you're snaking them out, in and out, they don't break. So, we are underneath the house. Yes. And as you can see, we're an ABS pipe now. The pipe turned black, like just right here. So, they did use ABS under the house, and they use CPVC in the front yard.
ABS is like a 100-year life, right?
Absolutely. Yes. ABS. I prefer ABS.
Yeah,
I recommend it.
ABS. Now they use ABS, right?
Absolutely.
Even on the outside now, or no?
Yeah.
Now they went to ABS, right?
The outside, the inside. You know,
Everything.
plastic just tends to last. You know, so if I was doing a house, I would use ABS just because of the longevity of it. But the walls on the ABS, we have some minor debris. That's going to be typical. common. What we're looking for is buildup, like a lot of buildup, or standing water where we know the pipe isn't sloped sufficiently. It's got to be 1/4 inch per foot per code, and if we have standing water, we know the pipe is flat, either by the ground shifting or roots. Yeah, we don't seem to have that problem. We have a good-looking sewer system. Yeah, so far, and like we said, as we get closer, most of the debris is usually at the kitchen sink. A lot of debris normally comes from the kitchen. Yeah, absolutely. So that's where you see all this coming from. Yeah. With my camera, when I came in, I kind of broke it up because there was some in there. So a lot of this will just kind of wash down. Yeah, exactly. Run the water, a lot of it will just wash down. And like I said, this is typical. This is common. I could, just because I see minor debris, I'll recommend a hydrojetting just because I have to, because of the debris in there. Yeah. It is really good. And then also because of the roots, I will recommend a hydrojetting.
Does that require repair?
No.
That root that was in there?
No. It's could you repair it? Yes. It's so minor, you're better off just having a plumber come out every 3 or 4 years and just maintaining it for $150 or $200 than having somebody dig it up for, you know, a couple $1,000s. It just depends on your preference, but it is so minor, I don't recommend you waste money on trying to repair that. When you could just pull the bushes if you wanted to, and the roots will die. Because what it is those are glue fittings, and there's a little hole where it didn't glue in, where the glue kind of, you know, left a little hole, and the root's so tiny, went in there very small, and once they're in the sewer, they start to get bigger. So they go in very small. And as you can see, this is all from the kitchen sink. That's where you get most of your debris. Typical buildup. You could even put a garden hose in here, full pressure, and it'll clean this out. So if you wanted to save money on using a jet, you don't have to pay the guy $400 to jet this out. You could use a garden hose if you just wanted to wash it out. But it is so minor. It's very common. That is very common debris. And as we come out, you do have, you know, it's a great access, 2-inch access. We have an 1.5 right next to it, so we have a 2-inch, 2-inch, whatever quarter door, and we have the 1.5 right next to it. So our conclusion was a very minor root intrusion near the front entrance of the home, very minor debris. Overall, we have a very good sewer system, no standing water, the flow is great. That will conclude the video portion of our scope.